Okay. Okay, welcome back to the Odd Topic Podcast. This is episode number 68. Today we're at Navarino Antiques with the owner, Kevin. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
What made you want to open an antique store, an antique mall?
Well, I had to do something with my life, and I enjoy doing it. So when I was able, I opened
Oh, okay. How long you been doing this?
it. I started doing this in my late 20s,
Hmm.
so close to 40 years now.
Wow. And how, what do you love the most about doing this, you would say?
Well, it's some independence.
Yeah,
Um, I have fun with the hunt.
yeah,
Um, I just enjoy it. So
yeah,
you gotta do
yeah.
something with your life.
Yeah, heck yeah. And you don't always have to, work just a, 9 to 5 for
Right,
somebody.
right,
You want to like break free, do your own type of thing,
right. And
yeah.
I've done my share of that too.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't an instant thing, so
Yeah.
I was selling, on small venues for many years before I opened my own shop.
Mm. Yeah. What would you say makes something an antique?
Well, technically, anything over 100 years is considered like a true antique. Uh, these days, collectibles are anything over 20 years old, which tend to be just as popular for the most part, if not more popular than the antiques.
Huh. Yeah. What would be like the most busiest part of the season that people come here, you'd say? It's usually around like the holidays, or
It,
is
it,
it
it
mostly every day?
varies.
Yeah.
I do all right all year long.
Yeah.
So there's no particular season. You know, it just ebbs and flows. You know, today being a holiday is kind of slow.
Yeah.
Weekends and Mondays. I don't know why Mondays, but weekends and Mondays seem to be the busiest.
Yeah. And I noticed that you have like stuff from like all over like the U.S. You said that you accumulated all over the years. You have
Right?
like stuff from like the 80s, the 70s, even like the 1800s. You said like some
Right.
paintings.
Right. Yeah. I sell anything. I even sell things up into the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because some of that's getting very collectible. It's
Hmm.
20 years old, and the people your age, that's what they remember.
Yeah.
Some of
And
the stuff from when I was a kid, a lot of young people haven't got a clue what it is.
yeah, then you can then share a story with them. So
Right?
maybe that they will
Right?
like it.
Well, a lot of young people like a lot of this retro stuff to decorate.
Yeah.
So they don't even have to really know what it is if they just like it.
Yeah. And I see like a lot of people like vintage clothes like from like the 80s that for some reason they just like that type of style to go work out in.
Right? And it's once again a lot of your younger people and people my age.
Yeah.
They like the vintage clothing. It's made well.
Yeah, built to last.
Right. It's
Yeah,
not cookie cutter.
yeah. It's not meant to be replaced every like 2 years or a couple
Right.
months. Just like cars now, really easy to break. If you get something from like the 60s, the 70s, it stays in pretty good
Tank.
shape. Yeah, even like old fridges and stuff. People I know still have those,
Right.
and it still runs perfectly fine. But yeah, do you have any like awesome, cool customer experiences, over the years that you can think
Well,
of?
I try to keep all customer experiences somewhat awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, I have certain ones that come back religiously, like every week.
Really?
They're on the hunt and they like good deals, and a lot of my prices are kind of low, so I get a lot of dealers in here that are trying to buy to flip.
Yeah.
People looking for really good things at a reasonable price
Hmm.
without having to go to the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that you have an opportunity to someone always to be happy. Like
Right,
if you want something, you can go out and go get it.
right,
Here for like a good deal, and everyone's happy at the end of the day.
right.
Yeah.
And I wish it was that easy. Sometimes people aren't happy. Usually they are, but you always have the person that you ain't got what they want,
Mm.
and they're like, "Oh, it's all junk. This is an antique store. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of junk."
Then like the next person thinks this is like the holy grail
Oh,
of
they do.
prices. Yeah.
And then people come in and they'll fill up boxes of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But if they don't like it, they know where the door is.
Yeah, you got like a huge wide variety over here. Like you got so many rooms of like cool stuff in every area. I seen like before I said that you have like paintings and stuff from like
Right.
different locations around the
Right.
world. You got like clocks. You got like this even like this punch bowl over here. Probably can't see it right now,
Right.
but yeah, great stuff for like parties and everything.
Right. Yes, there's a lot of people who like to entertain, like some of this vintage glassware and dishes.
Yeah.
I sell a lot of that stuff. Some people say it's not popular, but my experience is a lot of the young people like it if the price is fair.
Yeah. And what would you say was like one of the most valuable things that you had in the store? Because you were talking about like comics earlier, and like
Well, I've had many things through here.
yeah,
I've had comics dating back to the 40s, or Superman, Batman, um, Spider-Man from the 60s.
yeah.
It doesn't stay on the shelf if it's priced reasonable. It sells.
Mm.
Even these days, a lot of these 80s comics can be going for thousands of dollars. Comics from the 80s.
Yeah, I noticed stuff for like Ninja Turtles. It's like flying off the shelves
Right.
everywhere.
Right.
And it hasn't even been around that long.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I had some of the first Ninja Turtle comics in here that I sold. And the first ones were black and white.
Yeah.
I had some of the original black and white ones in here. A little bit of everything.
Is there anything that really surprised you that is really popular today that you had before?
Well, you know, things have gone up in value for a lot of things like blow molds, which are like plastic decorations that you put light bulbs that you put in your yard.
Yeah.
And they were big in the 60s through the 90s. But some of them have just exploded in value.
Mm.
Some of them are $1,000 for some of these.
That's insane. Yeah.
Right. And 100's pretty typical on a lot of these blow molds these days. And the same blow molds, 7, 8 years ago, I would have been selling for $35 or $40. When things change, and blow molds are a good example. They've gone crazy.
Yeah. And I really, like I said before, I like that you give back to the community, showing everyone that you could get this really cool gift for somebody for, a good, reasonable price, make everyone happy. Like, especially for like the holidays, since,
Right.
Christmas just came along. And we got some amazing gifts from here. We got like some cool jewelry that my girlfriend bought for like her nephew and her niece,
Oh,
and they
nice.
loved all of it. It was like
Oh, great.
bracelets and earrings.
It's
You have a
unique.
lot, yeah.
You get different things. Like I said, you can't go to Walmart and get the
Yeah.
usual things. I mean, Walmart's got wonderful items. I'm not bashing Walmart, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be the uniqueness that you can get out of a resale shop like this.
Yeah. And was there anything that you wanted to show off possibly on the podcast?
Well, I did quote a couple of these cocktail shakers from the 50s.
Yeah.
People back in the day loved to entertain people.
Yeah.
So everybody would have a bar with glassware that had like it's pretty cool with aluminum top. That's got to be from the 50s.
Oh, that's crazy.
And this one is all aluminum, and that's also going to be from the 50s. It's got a little strainer that strains the ice.
Yeah.
And
We don't got nothing like that no more.
and everybody said like fancy glasses.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi. So like this amber, this is pretty cool.
It's, you need to.
No.
All right. Okay. And one of the things I bought from you a couple like weeks ago is like this really cool Sonic plushie, Apparently, it was like made in like the early '90s when he first came out.
Yeah, it should be a take. Should date it.
Yeah.
You know,
But when I was looking it up,
1993. So
yeah,
that's probably even before your childhood. You were
yeah,
probably born.
yeah, I'm like early 2000s baby.
There
But
you
yeah,
go. I mean, that's all. That's something your parents might have even
yeah,
had.
yeah. My mom was like obsessed with like this character right here, Sonic. She used to play it like all the time. But apparently, this is like a Cal toy. I was looking it up earlier. Apparently, like this is like the first generation of Sonic right
Right,
here.
right.
So
93 would be early in
yeah,
Sonic's career.
and like even like the back of it is like made with like nice material too, and like it's so soft. The eyes even like stand out too, and it's in like really great condition too.
Right.
It's insane because like yeah, it's really clean and everything, and I just had to get it when I seen
Well,
it.
I try to buy only things that are in good condition.
Yeah,
Uh, if I wouldn't want it in my collection, I don't buy it.
yeah,
You know, some things you're going to leave allowances for very rare and valuable things. You're going to sometimes allow a little more imperfections. But overall, most of the stuff in here is going to be nearly new.
yeah. It's really cool. And this is like basically like a staple of from like Mario, like stuff from like the early '80s.
Right.
He's like one of the hugest characters even today still. But yeah, it's a really cool thing.
I don't get
Retro.
much Sonic. You know, I think I had maybe a board game once,
Hmm.
and of course it's old because the young people love that. Anything tied to video games.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like one of the cool things we got here. And I didn't get a chance to grab that penny that you gave me, but
Oh,
yeah, it was made of steel, you said?
steel,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a 1943 like steel penny, something that they don't even use anymore because they just switched to copper.
Well, they only did the steel pennies for the 1 year
Yeah.
for the war. You know, they needed the copper in the war effort, so they removed all the copper from the penny, and then after the war they brought it back again.
Hmm.
You know, just like in the '60s, they removed all the silver from our coinage.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a child, you know, before 1965, all your dimes and quarters and all your silver coins contained 90% silver.
Which is crazy, yeah.
And now today, with the price of silver the way it is, a dime is worth over $3, I believe, right now, just for the silver.
It's insane. Yeah. How do you feel about like the pennies being gone now?
Well, with the devaluation of the dollar, a penny has very little value right now. You know, if I see a penny on the floor, I have to decide whether I want to bend over and pick it up or
Yeah.
not. You know, when I was a child, a penny, you could go to the store and buy a piece of candy. I don't know if you can still do that today.
Yeah. Even the gumball is like $1 now. It's
Yeah.
insane. Insane. Even like a pack of gum is like almost like $4.
Right,
It's ridiculous.
right.
But that's just how times are. But how do you feel about things going like digital now?
Well, you got to move with the
Yeah.
times. So I have my computer and I use my phone to process credit card payments.
It's we're getting up there now, which is crazy how fast everything's moving lately.
Right,
Everything's so quick now, but yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds. But
right.
it also is very scary at the same time. Even like cars, like it's so weird. Everything's gonna go electric. It's crazy. But do you have any like special events coming up at all for the store? Do you have like
Yeah, I don't do that very often. I just try to keep it somewhat fresh, add things all the time. Um, I am open pretty much every day. If
yeah,
I do close, I make a post online, both on Google and Facebook, so that people don't come here and be surprised that the door is locked. Because I do work here alone, and there are days that I do have to shut the door.
yeah,
You know, if I have an appointment or whatever, if I get sick, which
yeah.
unfortunately we're
Happens to
humans, so it
everyone.
can
Yeah,
happen. Yeah.
yeah. Do you have like a donation box at all? If someone wants to,
No,
no?
I don't take donations. I pay for the items.
Okay.
Um, you know, it's not a charity. It's a business.
Yeah. It's really cool. I really do love your shop, and I
Well,
can't
thank
wait
you.
for everyone to see it,
Well, nice, and,
around the world.
I hope that you do great on your podcasting. It's great that there's new opportunities open for young people.
Yeah, and I appreciate you like doing this, to help out, and I hope nothing but the best for you and your
Well,
store.
thank you, sir.
And one of my last questions I have for you is, what would be your advice to like the world, like the young generation coming up,
Uh,
even like business wise or
right, you know, if you want something, go for it. If you work hard and you have a passion for something, go for it. What do you get to lose? You know,
yeah,
just like you with this podcast thing, you're going for it.
yeah,
Yeah, hopefully it takes off.
yeah, and like just go out, just do it.
Right,
Yeah, and don't have any regrets ever.
right,
Yeah.
and
If it don't work, it don't work. At
right,
least you tried.
right, and it
Yeah,
takes time. It's not something that just.
happens overnight.
It's
Yeah,
like this. I mean, I've been doing this 40 years. It's not like I accumulated all these treasures in a year. You know,
yeah,
it's been accumulating for decades.
yeah. Thank you again so
Well,
much for
thank
being
you,
on the
Corey.
podcast, and I hope you have a fantastic,
Thank
New
you.
Year's. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys have a great night.
Thank you.
Take care.